running reports and viewing output. Unlike eBusiness Suite, wherein we used to run the reports mostly from the navigator, and by going to the view and run report, the process of running report in Fusion applications and viewing its output is slightly different because all the forms are HTML based. So if you are familiar with eBusiness Suite HTML based forms and the process of running reports there, it's pretty much similar, but still there are differences, which is what I'm going to show you now. So let's go back to Fusion applications. And then I'm going to hit the done button over here to come out of this form. And then I will go to navigator, and here I'm going to go to reports and analytics is one place wherein you can do reporting based on dashboards. But if you would like to run a report, then there is a separate place which is called as scheduled processes. So click on that one, and this is the place you can run specific reports that you can access as a user. So to run a new report, you can simply click on schedule a new process, and here you have to choose whether it's one report or if it's a set of reports. Like in eBusiness Suite, you used to call report as a request, and a set of report we used to call it as report set. But here the naming conventions are slightly different. You call it as a job or a job set, but the functionality is one and the same. So you choose the report that you have got authority to run. So let's say any report over here, and if you can't find it, you can go to search reports, and then you can search a specific report, let's say something like GL, and see if anything comes up. Nothing comes up. So let's say journal ledgers report, hit the OK button, and then again hit the OK button. And then if at all there are any parameters defined in that report, it's gonna pop us for the details for parameters. So now you close this window. Was it just loading the parameters? I don't know. Let's give it a go for a minute until it loads the page. Okay, so it's got a number of parameters over here that you can choose. So I would say print output, and then you can choose where do you want to print it, if at all you have defined those options. And then you can also hit this checkbox, notify me when the process ends. So it's going to send me a notification as soon as this report completes. And then if you would like to schedule it, you can schedule it to run for a specific period, or you can run it as soon as possible. And here are the parameters pertaining to this report. So you can choose the data access set, the ledger, the currency, and so on, whatever comes with the report parameters. So I'm gonna just change the periods, so say this range, and then let's explore what is there in process options. So go there, and here you can specify a number of processing options such as the language, the country, the time zones, the number formatting, time formatting, currency, and date format. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that now, leave the default ones. Now let's go to advanced and see what is there in advanced. So in advanced is a place wherein you can set up the schedule for report to run. Let's say you would like to run it for a specific period of time, then you can switch these options. And what output do you want? So here you've got choices out there. So I've just clicked on the first one, and then it lets me choose the layout and give a name to a specific output. Okay. Likewise, I can add a destination over here. You would like to email it, fax it, or print it, or any other destination that you have defined. Okay. And what I will do is, I really don't want this, so I'm going to take this off. And then in terms of notification related details, if you want to notify someone else, you can specify over here. So these are the settings which are something on top of what we used to see in eBusiness Suite. You really don't have so much of flexibility there, but here you can have so much of flexibility. Now once you are done, you can simply hit the submit button to submit the reports and hit the OK button. So you can see process 603 submitted, and then you close this form, and then you would look out for that process over here. So let's say you're going to search again, and as you could see now, the report is under running status. So it will take a while to complete this, depending on your server hardware and depending on the number of concurrent processes running or waiting in the server to run. So I'm going to give it a go for some time for this report to finish. And look at that, it's completed. Now I'm going to go and click onto this particular record, and right here at the bottom, if you scroll down, you would see the details of whatever report parameters you have given, and if at all there are any output that you can see over here. So I'm going to go here to technical details, and there should be an option to accept. You can see the log from here until the report output gets loaded. So you can see the details of output file which is lying over here, and the details of request ID and any other log file that has noted in the log file. Okay, now I will go back. It looks like it's loading. It's probably a PDF report, and the worst part is I can't see an option to click that I trust this particular connection, which usually is there in untrusted connections. But never mind, I think it's more or less self-explanatory that the output would be shown over here. So that is the process under which you run a specific report and see its output or log file. Now what I will do, I will go back to the scheduled processes, and I'm going to show you some of the reports that I ran it previously. So let's say channel ledger periods, and I can see the output over here, unless the output that you specified is a PDF format. So you can view the output over here. In this case, it's a text file. So click on that one and look at that. So it was a comma separated file or a CSV. Okay, so like that, you can see the log and output like this. Okay.